Now to an update on the latest primary race in South Carolina, where candidates are in their final push.
Nikki Haley is crisscrossing the state, sharpening her attacks on the GOP frontrunner, former President Trump, in an effort to stay alive in a race despite polls putting him at a double-digit lead. Bree Jackson has the latest.
Voters I spoke with here in Charleston, South Carolina, tell me they're keeping a close eye on where these two candidates stand on issues. Nikki Haley continues to trail former President Trump in the polls, despite having been governor of this state. The road to the White House running through South Carolina. Former President Trump and former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley wooing voters ahead of Saturday's Republican primary.
We don't anoint kings in America. We have elections. The people in South Carolina deserve the right to vote.
I'm leading with the young voters by a lot. I think they want to see competence in office. They see this guy who can't put two sentences together.
Some voters tell me they have concerns about the former president, ranging from his indictments to his stance on issues such as reproductive rights and foreign policy. Trump has refused to participate in any of the Republican primary debates.
Debates are very important because we need to know who the candidates are, what they stand for. We don't know what he stands for except for himself. But when it comes to Nikki Haley, she is at least driving the issues and putting them to the forefront. So I would have to give her credit for that.
Polls show Haley trails the GOP frontrunner in her own home state, despite once serving as governor.
Electability is something that women candidates have to navigate constantly. So I'm sure electability is also an element as to why she's not seen as a contender.
It's a fierce fight for the Republican nomination.
Make your voices heard.
Despite losses to Trump in the Iowa caucuses and the New Hampshire primary, Haley vows to stay in the race regardless of the results here in South Carolina. And in an effort to close the polling gap with former President Trump, a super PAC that's backing Nikki Haley is encouraging Democrats who did not vote in the February 3rd Democratic primary to get involved in the GOP primary here on Saturday. Here in South Carolina, any registered voter can participate in a primary, but they can only participate in one at a time. In Charleston, South Carolina, Bree Jackson, NBC News.